on whom my pains humanely taken all lost, quite lost. And as with age his body uglier grows, so his mind cankers. I will play them all, even to roaring. Come, hang them on this line.
Pray, tread softly, that the blind mole may not hear a footfall. We now are near itself.
Monster, your fairy, which you say is a harmless fairy, is a little better than plated jackalus. Monster, I do smell all horse piss, which my nose is in great indignation. So is mine. Do you hear? If I should take a displeasure against you, look you, thou wert but a lost monster.
Good my lord, give me thy favor still. Be patient, for the prize I'll bring thee to shall hoodwink this mischance. Therefore, speak softly, all hushed as midnight yet.
But to lose our bottles in the pool! There's not only disgrace and dishonor in that, monster, but a timeless loss. Oh, that's more to me than my wedding, yet this is your heartless fairy monster. I will fetch off my bottle. Away the your ears for my labors.
Prithee, my king, be quiet. Seest thou there? This is the mouth of the cell. No noise, and enter. Do that good mischief which may make this island thine own forever. And I thy Caliban, for I thy foot liquor. Ah, give me thy hand. I do begin to have bloody thoughts.
Oh, King Stefano! Oh, here! Oh, worthy Stefano! Well, the wardrobe here is for the...
Oh, let it alone, thou fool! It is but trash.
We don't want Oh, King Stefano! Put off that gown, Trinketo. By this hand, I'll have that gown. My great shall
Drown this fool! What do you mean to dote on thus on such luggage? Let's alone into the murder first!
Oh, if he awake from toe to crown, he'll fill our skin with pinches. Make us strange stuff. Oh, be you quiet, monster. Do. We steal by line and level. He's like your grace. I thank thee for that jest. Here's a garment for it. Wit shall not go unrewarded while I am king of this country. Steal by line and level is an excellent class of pattern. Here's another garment for it. Monster, come, put some rhyme on your fingers, and away with the rest.
I will have none on it. We shall lose our time and all be turned to barnacles or to apes with foreheads villainous low.
Monster, lay it to your fingers.
No.
Help to carry this away to where my hogshead of wine is, or I will turn you out of my kingdom. Go to, carry this, and this, aye, and this.
Shorten up their sinews with aged cramps and more pinch spot and making them part of Cattle Mountain!
There are!
Let them be hunted soundly. At this hour lieth my mercy in all mine enemies. Shortly shall my labors end, and thou shalt have an heir at freedom. A little follow and do me service. Now my project gathers to a head, my charms crack not, my spirits obey, and time goes upright with his carriage. How's the day?
At the 6th hour, my lord, at which time you said our work should cease.
I did say so when I first raised the Tempest. Say, my spirit, how fares the king and his followers?
Confined together just as you left him. Just as you left him, sir. All prisoners in a lined grove where the weather fends your cell. They cannot budge till your release. In fact, your charms so strongly waxen that if you now beheld them, your affections may become tender.
Dost thou think so, spirit?
Mine would, sir, were I human.
And mine shall. Hast thou which art but air, a touch, a feeling of their afflictions, as shall not myself, one of their kind, that relish all as sharply passion as they, be kindlier moved than thou art? Though with their high wrongs I am struck to the quick, yet my nobler reason, against my fury do I take part. Their rarer action is in virtue than in vengeance. Go release them, Ariel, my charms I'll break, their senses I'll restore, and they shall be themselves.
Aye, I'll fetch 'em, sir.
Twixt the green sea and the azure vaults at roaring war to the dreaded rattling thunder, have I given fire and rifted Jove's stout oak with his own bolt. But this rough magic I here abjure, and when I have required some heavenly music, which even now I do, to work mine art upon their senses that this fairy charm is for, I'll break my staff, bury it 7 fathoms in the earth, and deep as it ever plummet sound, I'll drown my corpse. The solemn air and the best comforters to an unsettled fancy cure thy brain, now useless boiled within their skull. There stand for thou art spell stopped. Oh, good Gonzalo, my true preserver and a loyal sir, to him you followest, I will pay thy graces home both in word and deed. Most cruelly didst thou long so use me and my daughter. Thy brother was a further in the act. Thou art pinched for it now, Sebastian. Flesh and blood. You, brother mine, that entertain ambition, expel remorse in nature, whom with Sebastian, whose inward pinches therefore are most strong, would here have killed your king. I do forgive thee, unnatural though thou art. Ariel, fetch me my hat and rapier in my cell. I will discase me and present myself as I was some time agone. Quickly, spirit, thou shalt ere long be free. I shall miss thee, but yet thou shalt have freedom. So. To the kingship, invisible as thou art, there shalt thou find the mariners asleep under the hatches. The master, the boatswain, being awake, enforce them to this place, and presently I prithee.
I go, sir, and I return ere your post twice beat.
Milady, would you hold this for me?
Oh, torment, trouble, wonder, and amazement inhabits here. Oh, some heavenly power guide us from this fearful country.
Behold, Sir King, the wronged Duke of Milan, Prospero. For more assurance that the living prince does now speak to thee, I embrace thy body, and to thee and thy company I bid a hearty welcome.
Where thou beest here, know, or some enchanted trifle to abuse me as late I have been, I not know. Thy pulse beats as of flesh and blood, and since I saw thee, the affliction of my mind amends, with which I fear a madness held me. This must crave, and if this be at all a most strange story. Thy dukedom, I resign. No, and do entreat thou pardon me my wrongs. But how should Prospero be living and be here?
First, noble friend, let me embrace thine age, whose honor cannot be measured or confined.
Whether this be or be not, I'll not swear.
You do yet taste some subtleties of the isle that will not let you believe things certain. Welcome, my friends all! But you, my brace of lords, were I so minded, I can here pluck his highness frown upon you and justify you traitors. At this time I will tell no tales.
The devil speaks in here.
No! You, most wicked sir, whom to call brother would infect my mouth. I do forgive thy rankest fault, all of them, and require my dukedom of thee, which perforce I know thou must restore.
If thou beest Prospero, give us particulars of thy preservation. How thou hast met us here, whom 3 hours since were racked upon this shore, where I have lost. How sharp the point of this remembrance is. My dear son Ferdinand.
I am woe for it, sir.
Irreparable is the loss, and patience says it is past her cure.
I rather thought you have not sought her help, of whose soft grace with the like loss I have sovereign aid, and rest myself content.
You the like loss.
As great to me as late, and supportable to make the dear loss of my means much weaker than you have to call to comfort you. For I have lost my daughter.
A daughter. Oh, heavens, that they were living both in Naples, the king and queen there. That they were, I wish myself were mudded in that oozy bed where my son lies. When did you lose your daughter?
No more yet of this, for it is a chronicle day by day, not a relation for a breakfast, nor befitting this first meeting. Welcome, sir. This sails my court. Here have I few attendants and subjects none abroad. Pray you look in. My dukedom, since you have given me